Hello, Challenge Seed tubers, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy I Rando Seed with me, BlueAnkylo. Today we're going a little bit further back in time on the Final Fantasy I Randomizer Discord to a older Challenge Seed from a little bit further back. Today is, May 6th, but this is from somewhere earlier in April. It's something like, I forget the name exactly, but it's like Fire Week Improved or some sort of Fire Week themed challenge. If you've been watching the Final Fantasy I Rando Spring Tournament, they've had different sort of dungeon incentive items every week for different rounds of the tournament. So there was a Sea Shrine Week, a Volcano Week, an Air Shrine Week, an Earth Week. This was for the Fire one. Overall, it's the main gimmick for tonight's challenge is a forced random party with relatively low encounter rates and the random weapons and armors, which is great. And what else was there? Oh yeah, well, incentivized volcano. So yeah, standard, relatively standard. But the real question is, what do we get? Is it possible to get 4 white mages? Oh, it totally is. But let's see. We get Fighter Thief Black Mage. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So no white mage. Well, knight when they promote, I guess. But I like the amount of fighters. I'm a fan of that. This could be fine. Oh, I forgot to change my layout. Oops. Yeah, back to orbs. There you go. Alright. So yeah, we need good weapons and, some nice sweeper magics at level 1. Level 1 nuke. Level 1 life 2 for once we get promoted. All the good stuff. Maybe we'll just kill the thief. No, we're going to keep the thief. This version also has the thief fixes. So the thief gets a lot more hit rate than vanilla and is just better in general. So, we'll see. So, let's pick some names. We're going to start with Pro Tank, because I don't think I've used him for an FF1 Rando before. Maybe I have. I don't know. I don't keep track of these things very well. So it's Pro Tank. And who else is there? Let's see. Maybe I have not used Lex before, or maybe I have. Who knows? But I'm going to try to get some new people in there. We'll get Lex, and we've got Mr. Killian, who mostly shows up for X Division, but if he's still here, he can participate. See you later, Thordum. Enjoy the shopping. Mr. Killian. We'll just have to remember Mr. Killian. And then finally, last but not least, someone else from the YouTube side of things. Oh, Luke, you're all over the chat lately, so I can't resist another Luke. Alright, that's our party. Let's get to work. Of course, I need to start my timer, all that. If you have posted in the chat, but only a little too late, then maybe you will learn that next time you need to comment in chat earlier to be on the roster. So we definitely don't want Pro Tank on top right now. We'll do the standard ordering for the moment. And let's see what we got for Black Magic. Oh, no problem. So Ice 3, Lightning 3. Lightning 3 is really cheap. Ice 3 is a little bit better. We're off to a great start. We'll pick up both. Maybe I'll pick up Zap, but it's doubtful. Just for the future, exit for our Knights, not Fade. So, Knights can learn 1 and 3. Maybe they can learn this one? Yeah, they can. That's the Ruse slot. Hey there, T-Dogs. This is the slot that Red Mages cannot learn until they're promoted. It's Cure, Harm, something, Ruse. Protect or Fog, maybe? I don't know. One of these days, I'll never remember. Don't even fool yourself, kids. What do we get for cool weapons? A bad hammer, a bad knife, a basic rapier. Alright, you guys can have some rapiers. They're cheap. The sweeper magic will do most of the work for us, but There you go. Lex, Luke, and Protank. Have yourself a knife. Well, a rapier might as well be a knife in this game. At least it's not -5, you know. And then for armor, anything worth it? Yeah, sure. Buy a couple shields. That's some pretty bad steel armor. That's a rusty steel armor there, -5. Alright, and we should at least have a quick look for some tents. My dimmer switch. Hey, T-Dogs, nice. You want to come over and... This is probably not going to take very long. Just switch out a little dimmer switch for me. I'm sure one electrical switch to dimmer switch is not too much work, right? I can't believe I missed it by 1 week on the repairs, you know? Oh, can't run from the Roo-Roo-Roo. The rapiers will probably kill it. There you go. Good job, team. Just have to fly from Australia. I guess that might not be worth it. That's a pretty long flight just to change a switch, right? All right, that's a lot of wolves and stuff. If they have anything bad, you know, mixed groups like that tend to get you random skill kills. Something in there has a bad spell, you know it. All right, we're off to the races. One spider. Is it from Australia? So far, it's just a casual, you know, Canadian spider. Well, loose canal. Oh, by the way, we start with a couple items. We are out of the inner sea already. But that's good. One canal. That's one of, like, 2 loose items, I think? Or 3? I don't know. Does the canal count? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Still, nice to find in a loose chest. Alright, let's kill Garland. You guys can handle one Garland. It's not like the boss shuffle where there's like 8 Garlands. And, yeah. Mr. Killian's the boss. Cube for later. And a canoe for now. Well, thank you. Not really a challenge seed at all. We got the canoe. We got the canal. We can go almost anywhere in the game except for places that need air. Let's see. Well, we should probably go to level 2 magic next. Let's not go to Matoya right away because I'd like to get the crystal before we go there if we can. And the pirates could have the crystal. There's no prerequisite to kill the pirates. Alright, future-proofing. How strong will our knights become? Wall is good. Well, that's about it. So we've got exit, fade, wall. I mean, that's pretty good. Alright, fire tube will take it. I'm not going to waste my money on Bane or Stop. They're okay, but... Yeah. Bad Dagger, bad Axe. Good, but very expensive Cat Claw. Max price Cat Claw. At least we have a Black Mage, right? We could use it. If these guys drop the floater, I'm laughing. Maybe we'll really do an actual speedrun seed today, rather than just standard 100% seed. Actually try to go fast? Well, that's not fast. I mean, it's a key item, so it's fast. It's just not what I wanted. We do need a loose shop item. The herb. Oh, if you had a lot of money. Oh, that'd be so nice for routing. But there's no way to have that much money right now. Unless Matoya's got a lot of money. Yes. There's some pretty good armor here for sale. I would actually say silver helmet, silver shield, iron armor. That's some really good early game defense for our fighters. That's amazing. The iron armor on its own will be fine, but you know, if I have a bit of money and we come back this way, we have to buy the herb eventually. Herb's 14,000. The sooner the better, because we can turn that in. We want to bring 13,000 plus like an extra 4,000 for the extra for the you know what I'm trying to say. Words failing me. For the extra armor for the knights, unless we've got better armor by then. Dazzle Sahags. So yeah, we'll go to Matoya, check the 3 free chests. Maybe go to Dwarf to check the free 2 chests. Elfland needs money for magic when we get there, but otherwise there's no progression in Elfland without the herb or the crown. Unless we go to Marsh. We could take the canoe to the volcano right now. Ooh, a free white shirt. Okay, so we've got Invis 2. That makes doing difficult dungeons a little bit easier. Not much, but if something's hitting hard, we can easily have our pro tank throw up some evasion stacks. And although it takes a little bit of time, it definitely makes us more survivable. I think we go Dwarf next, hoping for some money. I don't really want to sell the white shirt, and I would like to get some big money before I go to Elfland. We really do have a lot open to us. It's just a long sailing trip away. Because we'd have to go... Like, we could go all the way to Ordeals or Waterfall right now, but they're a long way away. Volcano's closer and a little bit safer. And it has incentivized if we can get down. I don't know, man. That's a long way down. We could sell it, but it's not worth that much. 45 absorb on Lex. We're going to take that. The big armor numbers, we better take a couple battles. I think the creeps probably should use fire too rather than ice, but it's fine. Yeah, the big armor kind of incentivizes me to go to Volcano a bit quicker. I can check off some stuff. If we can get a couple $1,000s from fighting... Well, we got 4,000 already, we're fine. Or Elfland's still worth... You know, hopefully we get like a nuke or something. We'll take a couple battles. Going to Volcano at super low levels is a little bit scary. Oh, what we'll do is we'll go to Crescent Lake. Try to take a couple fights on the way there with Mr. Killian killing stuff. We'll get a free item at Crescent Lake. And from there, we can definitely decide if we want to go to Volcano or Ice. Ice is not a great idea, especially at like level 5. But that's 2 progression items that aren't too far away, and we don't have to sail across the whole map. We're going to do some serious progression logic today. Come on, big magic. Give me that nuke. Ah, but we got the warp! Almost better. Yeah, I'm not going to pick up any of that other stuff. Okay, that definitely incentivizes me to go to a dangerous dungeon. Some... Do I need... Yeah, okay. I need something that can do some damage if we're going to go down. I forget if Thieves can equip it. Let me double check. I think they can. Thieves can never equip anything. Standard rule. But a short sword plus 5 is going to be pretty good for a fair one. Yeah, that's closer to silver sword. In case you're wondering, it's plus 10 damage over a normal short sword and plus 10 or 15%. I think it's like plus 15% at critical. So Knights will get Invis 2 and Pure. No life spells on the Knights. That means we'll be going into Topher and all the endgame stuff with no life charges. Doesn't really matter checking high level now, but nothing at level 4 anyway. And level 4 white is, or level 4 black is like trash as well. Okay. So we're not going to get much stronger in the next few level ups. Pro Ring +5 is great. Wooden Armor +3, you know. There you go, Pro Tank. That's better than nothing. If we're going to be going into big dungeons, we're going to want some healing and save items. Are you kidding me, Elf? Get out of the way. I can't even guillotine him. Well, I'll take the house. That's definitely not the stuff I wanted for going into Volcano early, but we'll see. Do we take the run here with no save items all the way to Crescent Lake at level 5? This is going to be a risky run. See you later, Blue Devil. The world record speed run? Nah, we would need the floater already. You got to go canoe floater immediately to get the world record. And then all key items straight to the end. Oh, here's the battle. Oh, if we can win this, we're actually going to go white. Because they're going to hit pretty hard. It's nice to get a first strike here, but this is some good XP. They don't even have that much HP themselves. Nice. Let's save the Ice 3 charges. It'll be sub 3 hours, almost for sure. With luck, it'll be sub 2 hours. I'm not a great... Oh, it's still hit for 129. Oh, Lex. Alright, that was worth... That was so good, it's going to be worth the house. Just to get the save in with 4 XPs rather than dying on the next encounter. I would have preferred to bring the house to the volcano, but, you know, gotta take what you can get. We'll take this fight. I'll still throw down some ice, some white. Betting for the speed runs. Yeah, we could theoretically do that. Sort of comes down to the random seed generation or whatever, but at least we're at level 8 before we're thinking about Volcano. And we could grind outside Crescent Lake pretty easy. Okay, first off, what kind of healing items can we get here? Well, technically healing items. No save items kind of puts a bit of a damper on my play to go directly to Volcano. We can't save at all. Ugh, that sucks. How do we go fast with no save items? Iron shield, iron helmets. I mean, we've got better helmets back in other towns. I believe the iron shield +2 is going to be better than the wooden shield, but this is minor differences at this point. Look at all that. Okay, Luke has no helmet. Oh, there's no way. This is all just... This is nice, but, like... None of this is going to change the fact that we're not really ready to... We don't have any save items. No matter what we do here, we're not actually ready to go to Volcano, because we can't save. Just bad luck there. Bad silver sword, bad silver axe. Wow. Is a short sword better or worse than a saber? Now we find out. So short sword +5, 38.56. I think the saber's better. 36.51, wait. Nope. Turns out, definitely the short sword is better than the saber. Now you know. Maybe the sabers were like 200 and the short swords were 550, I forget. I think short swords are about the same as the hand axes, just one's a bit more accurate, one's a bit more damage. Well, that doesn't really help Thick skull. Yeah, I mean, there's a saying something like that. Hard head. Well, unfortunately, my run out here was kind of... with no access to healing or save items, it's actually really bad. Like, that was bad luck. Elfland only had houses, and I didn't have any money to buy more than one. And then Crescent Lake had no save items. So I guess we're just not going fast. We're gonna sail all the way back up to sail. We're gonna row all the way back up to Provoca and buy some save items up there. I'm gonna get like maybe one more level up before I do that, because it's a long trip. Just, you know, it's too bad. I really wanted to go to Volcano nice and early here, but instead we're gonna do a little bit more messing around. We got that warp spell. Like, we're set up to go to Ice and Volcano right now. Late game's gonna have lots of trash items. We'll see. Ooh, Blizzard Trolls. Well, I think we might be dead. Come on, Lex and Luke. The trolls were trolling. Maybe I should have just reset at this point, but mostly what I wanted was money anyway. The levels up... well, I don't know. What am I doing not going fast here? Glare Trolls. Luke steals the kill, gets all the experience. And I guess that puts him in top spot. There you go. Congratulations. How much money is it going to be to restore 3 people? Ah, it's not that bad. Alright, now... I guess, like, what I'm thinking is... if we're going back to Provoca, I don't want to have to go back twice. So I would like to be able to buy the herb on our next trip. Oh, man. I just don't know what to do. Like, the overworld encounter rate's pretty bad. I couldn't buy the save items I wanted, and now I'm just mad. That's all. Let's get one more level up. One more encounter, probably. And then we're just going to run up to Provoca. It's not great, but we've got a few levels now. The problem is just if we hit something really dangerous on the canal, or not the canal, but on the rivers, it's going to kill us. But Luke and Lex are hitting pretty hard, so that was not the level up I desired. Come on, give me some more EXPs. Not these guys. Big hit to the troll, and troll goes down. Alright. Well, Luke lost intelligence. I don't know what that says about him. Alright, Lex and Pro Tank and Mr. Kill all got their level up. Good enough. Let's go. We're probably not going to have enough money unless we get real lucky on the way, but... Sheesh. We're going to take some fights on the river here. Hopefully, if I can squeak in that herb when we get to Provoca, along with a bunch of tents or something, I'll be happy. We could have gone the other way and taken the ship, but what I want to do is basically hit Provoca, and then come back down, hit Ice Cave with Warp, because that'll save us a lot of time. And then Volcano is incentivized as well. We should be strong enough by then, if we have the save items, to crash through both Ice and Volcano pretty quick here. And if one of those gives us the floater, we pick that up on our way down to Elfland, where we turn in the herb. Or, you know, we just turn in the herb. We'll see. We've still got a ways to go, but that's the, how much my money? We're not going to get 3,000 gold. Not in these enemies. We could go Power Peninsula. Should we? Is that actually a good idea? Sounds kind of silly. If you're trying to go fast. Okay, we can buy houses here. And we see, this is what I should have done. That was my mistake. I should have bought like 20 or 30 herbs right when we were here. Or tents right when we came here the first time. Of course, I spent a little bit too much. I'm not selling that. We got 3 houses is fine. It's probably better to have some heal potions anyway. If we're doing a big dungeon dive, we don't have a white mage or anything, so... The herb will have to wait. Would have been really nice routing, but... Oh well. I didn't save enough money for that silver helmet. Sorry. Alright. I'm still satisfied with our overall decisions so far. It's just, you know... Boy, could this have been a lot faster if we'd bought some tents. Okay, grumps are very grumpy, by the way. Bet you didn't know. We could have died on the walk up the other direction here easy. Easy peasy. Would have crushed us. Right here, we're dead. Good job, Lex. Getting away. Alright. Let's go Ice Cave. I was gonna go Volcano first, but, you know, with Warp, a reasonable amount of Warp charges should be okay. The Caribes, not too bad. What is Caribe supposed to stand for? Like Caribbean? Caribbean fish? Is it? I mean, it's a piranha, right? But I mean, I know what scorpions are. Alright, let's do this. Ice Cave, the dumbest of caves. At least we can run from the wizards. You get to see that big armor on the fighters really paying off. 2 damage, 1 damage compared to 60 or 50. Alright, we're gonna have to burn some heal potions for all these rough combats. I mean, there's not really a lot of options with no white mage, so what do you think I'm gonna do? Maybe we get a Cure 4 mage, a Cure 4 staff. There's a lot of R-boners. Luckily, we're getting some good dodges. Some good runs. The wizard upgrades into sorcerer, but we just run away. That's why we got a thief, just so we can run. Alright. Now, if this is a floater, do we just try to warp out of here immediately? Or do we continue the run and clear out the ice cave? There are loose items. Uh-oh. Bad news. Sorry, everybody. I really am. Well, the crown could lead to progression, but we don't know it. I think iron plus 3 is not as good as 4650. It turns out iron plus 3 is as good as ice minus 2, which means silver minus 2 is just hot trash. We can sell them. Okay, so Gurpedes... Ooh, stun touch. Run. They're generally pretty tanky, so... So, we could have tried to warp out, but I'm going to try to clear this place. I got faith, you know. So far, nothing's too terrible down here. Bunch of Georges. Hi, George. Big team of Georges. And all the money is great. The best sound effect. Just keep feeding him heal potions, it's fine. Hey, nice helmet. Ooh, we got some good stuff there. So the nice helmet is better than that. These guys are a little bit too tanky for me right now. Ooh, and they're trance revolution mudgulls. Thank you for getting us out of there. So far, Ice Cave, not super interesting. The crown is good and all, but you know, we're looking for... Well, that's also pretty good. Hold on. That should definitely beat out any iron armor. No doubt about that. 59 absorb for our lead character. He may be poisoned, but he's got a lot of absorb. Oof, leave Mr. Killian alone. I suppose at this point we're on the final floor. I should just win some battles in here if I can. Get a bit of XP before we get back on the world map. Sure. Great plan. Get some XP before we're on the world map. So now we could probably go back and buy the herb. Which is just convenient because if the herb leads to the floater, the herb and the crown turn-ins are both pretty close together. Yeah, we got lots of money. Did I pick up all the... I don't... Sorry, guys. I did not open the last chest. That could have been something good, so I'm glad I checked that. We're not strong enough for frost dragons. I mean, we might be. I don't know. Plus, the main reason we want to go back to Provoca is to shut that noise off. Because we don't want to do all of Volcano like that, do we? Can't believe how many times I'm traveling through the river system to go to Provoca by foot and by boat. Not my typical route, let's be fair. Okay, Hydras aren't really worth the XP anymore. But we know the Grumps are dangerous. I don't... Nope. My eyes! Ooh, 3 hits, 250 from Lex. Hitting real hard. And that's all from a short sword, guys. Just a puny little short sword. Swinging like a champ. Now, if they don't have pure potions here, I'm gonna cry. Why can I never buy what I want to buy? Well, what's being poisoned, right? It's only 1 damage per tile. It's not that bad. You can walk it off. So do we go all the way back to Corner? Oh, that's so dumb. Why would I do all this? There's the big money once we got the ice armor there. Some bad silver armor. We'll hold on to the opal shield. Iron helmet is garbage. That's a backup iron armor we don't need. I had a plan. There you go. Plan complete. 65 absorb. That's really good. The poison is less good. Is the buckler plus anything? No. We got money. Okay. I feel real dumb about this. No save items, no pure items. Forget any kind of good time on this run. So dumb. Always buy a few pure potions and a few tents. My route could have worked, but I was missing some key key steps on the way. Wait, is there even... if there's no bridge here? No, we start with the bridge. We just get to see the intro. That's all. You start with ship and bridge. We're so lost. Poor light warriors. Questioning what I'm even trying to do at this point. Alright, good idea. Buy a bunch of these. And just in case, buy a bunch of these. You know. Just buy everything. All the stuff. How many houses does that put me at? Is that enough houses? One more house. I don't believe in 9 houses. Alright. We can finally turn the noise off. Was there any kind of expensive weapons here? No. Is there any expensive armor here that I forgot about? Yeah, but it's garbage. Okay. Now we gotta go to the volcano. The most inefficient route possible. Like, pretty much... whatever the record for the challenge seed is, whatever the time record is, just double that. That's what I'm gonna get, because that was so dumb. And then we're gonna be killed by grumps. Wow, this fight. Punishing me. Come on, just get out of there, guys. Just run away from this dumpster fire. Thank you. That's why I bought all those cabins. Some quick healing without having to go into a town. Those friggin' grumps. Just about the worst grumps we've ever had. Inferno, anti-fire, annoying grumps. Inferno to kill you, other spells to waste your time. Alright, we're making progress again. I'm still gonna go to the volcano. Would be a dumb idea now to skip the volcano. Burnout? Nah, it's not the same on FF1. Usually I feel pretty positive. In fact, the last run on FF1 was really good. And honestly, I'm only halfway serious. Like, I'm not trying to do a speedrun. I put the timer up, I talk about it a bit. But half the time I just end up 100%ing anyway, because I like to 100%. It's more like, talk about what you would do if you were speedrunning, rather than actually do a speedrun. But yeah, like, the numbers on their own, the times on their own don't really matter, because it really just depends on what seed you're doing. What flag set, what seeds. You can make a, like, we did an entrant shuffler, or a floor randomizer. That's way harder than a standard rando. And I think, honestly, 2.5 hours for a floor shuffler is pretty good. Also, in news, we picked up an Excalibur. And, you know, Luke got poisoned again. Funny. Funny that. Seems to get poisoned a lot for some reason. Alright, come on, Armory. Pay off. Oh, well, this is worth it. Are we strong enough to take out Carrie? Maybe. It'd be nice if we could get one good weapon besides a short sword. I know we've got, like, an Excalibur, but it's, you know, we can't equip it yet. Bunches of money. A Pro Cape. A bad ring. Just a Fire Hydra. Not really a Fire Hydra, but a Hydra in the fire. For maybe the first time in recorded history, the armory doesn't really pay out. That's pretty unusual. We got 2 more chests we can pick up, and then we'll have to dive on down. It would be nice to see if there's any, like, tricks waiting for us in Volcano by fighting a couple battles. Just in case there's something in here that's gonna be like, oh, surprise, you can't actually survive the bottom of the volcano. Like, it's good to know the giants are unrunnable. Usually not a super common encounter. And like the main thing with the volcano is there's so many fire tiles, you skip a lot of the encounters anyway. Compared to most dungeons where you just take them all. We're about to exit out or warp out and house up. Might as well use some spell charges here, get some more XP. Seeing as... oh, never mind. Huge mistake! Ah, dang it. Pro tank goes down, no life spell. I really wasn't expecting to get hit that hard. So many mistakes. Well, you know what? Pro tank was just holding us back. He was just slowing us down. That's how you gotta think about it. Oh, I got poisoned as well. Alright, house up. Sorry, Pro Tank. But you've, your thiefiness has become a liability, and you got killed in one hit, so... I don't know what that says about me or you, but I'm just gonna roll on without you. Besides, this means it's even less likely that Mr. Killian ever gets hit. Yeah, the Knights will take most of the damage by a long shot. And our Black Mage with the good damage will be safe. It's possible, given our high Knight Fighter armor, that this is a better party anyway. Double high absorb, high HP Knights up front. No Thief, you know, sucking up XP without actually contributing. Sorry, Thief lovers. Alright. Was this... oh, this is a trap tile. I was in the wrong spot, but this is a curious trap tile. This is like one of the highest XP fights in the game. But I don't know if we could survive it. This is not looking good. I'm gonna say maybe remember that for later if you ever want to grind on the on this seed. Wow. Lucky to escape with our lives. Maybe if you had a life caster it wouldn't be so bad, but We do not have a life caster. Cap +4. There you go. Mr. Killian. You've got a pro cap and a cap. Just 2 caps on your head, sitting on top of each other. That's not as good as I was hoping, but, you know. Sure. Well, now you've got a ribbon to go with your cap collection. It's much less armor, but, you know, status protection is generally better anyway. A pro cap, a cap, and a ribbon to accessorize. Bad sword, good sword. Okay. That might... We can't equip it yet. But, you know, that's promoted only. But that's probably enough to get us through carry. Luke can just defense up, and unless Carrie has some nasty spells, that should do it. We could put the ribbon on Luke. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be strong enough to kill Carrie with that. I mean, we could definitely wipe down here, no doubt about it. Now, we haven't found any super big progression since we came into Volcano, but there is an incentivized chest at the bottom. And we've certainly been, you know, getting some XP, getting some... There are some good items. We got the ribbon. Yeah, there's some good stuff down here. So I'm glad we came. Now, is the shared trap tile that we fought with the worms also here? It sure is, and they got first strike. I had a feeling that they were connected to the same trap. Oh no, Mr. Killian! Murdered by ground worms. Well... We're running out of party members. Alright, it's gonna be interesting here getting to the bottom alive. It'd be real cool to do a double fighter grind on those worms. I wonder if they could do it. Like, they've got a lot of absorb, but those worms were hitting pretty darn hard. One thing I could do is check when we get our next swing, because we might want 1 more level up or 2 more level ups to fight Carrie while we're down here, because we're getting down to the wire here with no mages. This is not working out super efficiently. Good science. The red Ds are not so bad, I guess. And I got the heal potions to heal back up, but... You know, gotta level up. How are we looking on hit rates? No, we need 96 for the next swing, and we hit 64 fairly recently, so we're not going to get another one. Now, level ups are always good for HP and everything, but it's the big hit rate plus that the big swings tend to be what makes the big difference. Oh, so many worms! I forgot. They're everywhere. Now, I mean, maybe we should take those fights. We could defense and invis up. Oh, man. That's a nasty trap tile. Okay, the volcano trap tiles are pretty brutal. This is another amazing XP fight. Maybe technically the best in the entire game. And we get a rod for it, assuming we can get out of here. I'm a little bit concerned. Is it better than the worms? More XP, I think? You'd have to look up the exact stats. Do we take this fight? Oh, it's going to be a lot of damage. Defense up. White shirt. They only do physical attacks. We've seen, like, all they're doing is physical. We just need to get past... I mean, the problem is, like, Luke will be invisible right now, basically, with 1 more. Lex, unfortunately, is going to take a lot longer to buff up. Most of the hits will go for Luke. But it might be too late for Lex. And there's 4 worms. Oh, come on, stop targeting Lex, you punks! This might have been a mistake. I don't know. But if we win! Oh, but if we win! Just think about all the experience Luke's gonna take out of here. 2 hits. They have around 400 HP in vanilla. They could have like up to 800, which is gonna be like pretty bad. Alright. Just don't get hit. Easy. How much experience do you think we're gonna get with 2 party members fighting 4 worms? This could be easily over 10,000, I think. Oh man, I don't know. This is tight. Just push Lex in the way. That's right. And we're done. We lived. 13,000 experience points. Enjoy level 17. I don't know what level you were at before, but that's at least 1 or 2 level ups. Oh. We're gonna do it one more time. And then we're gonna go fight Care. Well, I need to be able to heal up after 1 more fight. I need at least to be able to heal Luke up after 1 more fight. We can do it. The ribbon actually doesn't matter on this fight specifically. But it doesn't make much difference. Alright, 1 more. Gambling Ankylo. I believe in you guys! Luke's taken less damage now. He's learned how to shirk off worm bites. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm hearing. Lex showed him how to survive being chomped on by purple worms. They are purple worms from Dungeons and Dragons. They are generally quite dangerous. Oof, 164 damage through the evasion with a crit. So if we get a critical, we're just dead. If they get a critical. I think we need 1 more stack for Lex here. And then we can start killing some more. It would be great if we could kill them in 2 hits. The fact that it takes 3 swings to kill them is kind of too bad. But this looks like it's going to be a little safer than last time because there's only 3 worms. And that makes a pretty big difference in enemy DPS overall. Yeah, I think if we could kill him in 2 hits, we wouldn't even buff up. We would just kill 1 every turn, basically. And we take less damage altogether. Well, we're playing just away. Let's go fight Carrie. I'm not gonna grind anymore. I'm risking my life here. All the treasure we got. All the progress. It's a gray worm. What can it do? Kill it! We're like 1 fight away from a level up on Luke, so. There we go. How close are we to a level up on Lex? Not that close. But now we're at the point where, like, you know, 3 more level ups would get us another swing. Another swingy. Alright, here we go. Full power. I'm sure hoping she doesn't have a lot of defense, because we don't have a lot of options here. We'll buff up, just in case she's got a big swing, but if she starts using magic, well, she only did 1 damage, you know, that's not very much. Let's attack her instead. If her physical's weak, and we've got enough absorb, then we don't need the evasion anyway. Now, she could have, like, death touch, in which case you definitely need the evasion. 4 hits, 21. She's got a lot of swings. We'll do a little bit more white shirting. A little bit more white knighting for Carrie. 3 hits, 3 damage. Well, so far all she's done is physicals, so I feel like the evasion buff is still probably worth it. I think we're going to win. It's just going to take a little while. 3 hits, 141. There's some crits in there. Good job, Luke. Alright, she's not hitting us. Let's kill her. 3 hits, 3 damage. I guess we need criticals to get her. It's a good thing we have a short sword plus 5 that has a lot of crit rate on it. It's like a little baby katana. We got like a Vorpal. We got like a baby Vorpal. It's a unpromoted Vorpal here. Getting some crits in. Getting past that physical defense, which is pretty high. 3 hits, 4 damage. Just keep at it, team. One of these days, she's gonna go down. It's gonna take a little while. At least she doesn't have any, like, magic or anything by the looks of it. Now, we put the ribbon on Luke so that even if she did have some spells, it's fairly unlikely that she would, Man, every time I think I make a good play here, it just takes forever. Like, this is... I'm glad we're killing her without having to leave and come back later, but man, this is gonna take a while. Nothing is going fast today. The anti-speed strat. We're playing the long con. 103 damage, nice. So in vanilla, she's got, what, 600 HP? Pretty sure. So she could have between, like, 300 and 1200. Seems like we've probably done, I'd say, around 600 by now, at least. So she's probably rolled up on HP. Definitely rolled up on defense. Because we know our, even though we're using short swords, we know our damage is actually pretty good for this point in the game. Maybe we should have gone some more level ups with our fighters. But I think we would have run out of heal potions if we kept going against the worms. We could have tested out the gas dragons to try to fight them, but that always scares me. Poison gas in the original game was like the run killer. So how you guys doing? You relax? You got some snacks or some drinks or anything good? It's probably, you could make some popcorn. Never mind, hold that thought. Carry is down. We have lit an orb. Under an hour. Nobody game overed. We are still in it to win it. Well, you know, Mr. Killian and Pro Tank, they might not have made it out alive, but Luke and Lex, they got some good levels down there. Apparently we cannot run from the ogres. It's the ogre battle we cannot defeat. We've got some pretty good tanks. Oh, the floor tanks, you know, well, just dragging the corpses around. Yeah, that's how it goes. All right, back to town. Get those corpses up. Those corpses, at least one of them has some good utility. One thing I could check before we leave is if there's any good level 6 black magic. Now that I'm sure we've got some money. I mean, fast is good. And Quad X could be useful. And seeing as I'm rich, let's just buy them all. And then what are we missing out on at white? Nothing. Alright, well, let's put that ribbon back where it belongs. Try to keep Mr. Killian alive. The pro ring is good. I could give that... Well, I'll keep it on Luke for now. 78 absorb. These guys need some armor, though, for sure. So what I'm just trying to maximize some defense down here. So Killian up to 27. Pro Tank up to 17. Just, I know, I don't have any life spells, so I have to try to keep people healthy. And we're gonna need some good armor. It does kind of make the thief a liability, so I could see doing the seed with no thief. Unless you get promoted to ninja soon and get some good armor. Or find like a silver bracelet plus 5 or something. The thief is just going to take too much damage and then we can't res him. We don't have any... With no white mage, basically. Low armor is really, really dangerous. Alright, we did buy the herb. I forgot to mark it on my tracker. Good. So we're going to go turn the herb and the crown in. And we're going to pray that that gets us something. What a nice canoe ride. I mean, we've got... See, the problem is everything's open. Because we got the boat and the canoe so quick, and then even the canal, there's really, like, almost no limits on where we can go, except, you know, we can't fly, so we can't get anywhere quickly. But we could do ordeals and waterfall. Now that we've got the rod, we can do all of Earth. We've got the Oxyel for Sea Shrine. Like, we've got so much quest progress, or like, you know, progression items. It's pretty hard to guess where the floater will be. You know, getting this before we go to, before we go to, what am I trying to say? You know, the place, Melmond, is probably a good idea. We can turn that in at the same time. Why am I even trying? These are some bad swords. Draken Sword -5 is -10 damage. And still no good thief swords. Not that there's very many good thief swords. We'll have to find like a rune sword +5. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now that we've got money, this is helpful. Hold on, let's rearrange here. Pro Ring +5 is real nice. Do I hold on to that Opal Shield? I guess I should, but inventory is kind of a problem right now, as you can probably guess. What's the least important thing equipped right now that we could drop so that Lex can have a Pro Ring? The Buckler. By a fair shot. The Buckler is, I believe, only +2 absorb. Alright, so now we have mostly full death protection, and that just adds even more to our absorb. 78, 66, 28, 27. At least the mage and the thief have some absorb now. So that's nice. Alright, and we could definitely buy more magic. Might as well buy something while we're here. I don't think there's really anything good, though, at level 4. Sleep, if you're really lucky. Was there any other level 3 magic besides Warp? Yeah, Brack. Probably not Quack. Alright, let's go. So we're going to take the ship up to Castle Ordeals, because after Castle Ordeals we're going to go to Melmond. And then probably Ordeals or Waterfall, I guess. Sea Shrine's not incentivized. Well, now we could go to Mirage as well. Why not? Open up every single dungeon. What if you can just Brack Astos? Have you ever tried Brack Astos? No. I'll try one more time. Of course not. Let's lull him to sleep. Surely that's a good strategy with a level 4 spell. Ah, never mind. Lex got him. Okay, that's one more thing dead. I guess I should update my tracker here. I think that's everything we've done. Yeah. Okay. Oopsie daisies. So Melmond, check the shops. There's no incentive Earth. I don't want to do it. We've got no Ruby. We do have the Rod, but Earth is still, like, gross. I'd rather do incentive dungeons to try to get that floater. Hopefully we get, like, a level 5 nuke. No. Can't learn temper till promotion. Lock is also not very important till promotion. Not that there's a lot of good weapons left anyway. Oh yeah, let's get that slab translated while we're here. Did I ever check that off? Sure did. Nope. Alright. So Melman's a bust. I think I'm gonna do... You know, we've got enough Dwarf charges. Castle deals won't take too long. And if we get nothing there, we'll go to Waterfall. And then after Waterfall, straight to Sea Shrine. Because at that point, there's not really any more incentive chests. We're just checking loose chests. And at least Waterfall is close. But if I did Waterfall first, I would think maybe I should check another incentive over here before I go to Waterfall. Or before I go to Sea Shrine. And there is always Mirage with no... No, we have Cube. We could full clear Sky. Oh, man. That's very tempting as well. Because there's so many chests in Mirage and Sky. We have enough magic charges of the stuff we need, mainly warp. Let's do it. Come on, good luck. Should still take some fights on our way down, you know. What we really need is some better weapons, though. But those guys are pretty easy, no big deal. First try every time. Sometimes I just feel so good at this game. That's one of those times. That's one of those moments. Castle ordeals, easy peasy, random teleporter maze, never miss one. This is a decent fight too, actually, as long as they don't do anything bad. I mean, we know where our amazing grind tile is. It's just taking fights when we find them right now, basically. We do not need any iron gloves. I don't really want to deal with man cats. They resist, I believe, all elemental magic, so, you know, no easy way to clear them. Bunch of garbage. Alright. Please be good. Ah, well, it could be progression. Ah, the Imp Grump Trial. Alright. There's no access to exit or anything, so we have to warp back. So do we turn that in? It's a long way to go. Or do we go to Waterfall? Waterfall's a lot closer. Fairly quick. Matoya means we have to go... trying to think of the quickest way to get back to Matoya. We could take the dock east of Provoca and walk over, or we have to go all the way back to the middle of the sea. You know what we could do? I guess if we turn that in... Well, okay. Man, gambling Ankylo is strong. We could turn it in and then go straight to Mirage. Or we could do Waterfall first so we don't isolate the Waterfall incentive. And if that doesn't lead us to anything, go to Matoya's. And if that doesn't give us anything, then we go to Mirage. That way we've seen all the... it'll probably just lead us to... Like, we don't have any... we don't have the TNT or the Adamantium. Also, I did the Crown, obviously. One of these incentive chests is going to lead to the Dwarf as well. Like, you can keep that in mind for your routing, I guess. So having this ship in the inner sea isn't all bad, because that's how you get to Dwarf as well, quicker. Oh, I've already bought the... I always forget to mark this one. I bought the shop item already. And we have the white shirt already. I think probably Waterfall was a good idea, though. It's just, from Castler Deals, it's pretty close by, so... Alright, bad start. So loose items, there could be the tail, the floater. It's fairly likely, I suppose, that we run into the TNT and the adamant as turn-in items, as well as the ruby at some point for 2 more turn-ins. I wouldn't be surprised if Matoya leads us on a merry chase of other turn-in fetch quests. And then, of course, the loot at some point. Mummy strikes first. Clean your room. Do the dishes. Why haven't you taken the dog for a walk? Those are some pretty bad Fire 2 rolls against mummies. 55 damage. Alright, don't have Squint, please. Actually, we've got Pro Ring. Squint wouldn't be too bad. Lots of ambushes today. And the waterfall gives us a bad axe, a bit of money, a pretty good sword, actually really nice. The loot, so it was mandatory, but we could have done it at any time. Bad dagger, and a useless glove. Okay, well, I would still say that for now, getting the flame sword was worth it. That's a big damage up for our primary fighter. And the loot doesn't help us a whole lot, but hey. It's one less key item. Yeah, I'm going to take the long way to Matoya's because I'm gambling that Matoya is going to give us something to take to Dwarf at this point. So we could dock at the north side of the South Continent near Provoca, which is probably a little bit quicker to get to. And then if it's nothing at Matoya's, like maybe she just gives us a ribbon or Thor's hammer or something, then we could go straight to Sky, which is where the most chests are that are loose. But because there's a TNT and an adamant loose and a mystic key, all of those you would want to be in the inner sea area to check, because those will hopefully lead us to the floater, and then we just save all the time, finally. So, I was kind of trying to figure out the smartest way to get over to Matoya's, and honestly, this is going pretty quick anyway. We've got pretty low encounter rate on the sea at the best of times. So you can skip a couple encounters and then, like, you're fine. We could still take a fair amount of damage from Grumps. They've got that Inferno. Alright, Matoya, give me the floater, come on. Okay, the Ruby is also good to get on this side of the sea. Because if I wanted to turn that in from the north side, it would have been a much longer trip. I also didn't need to go around those rivers. So the Ruby, maybe the Ruby turns into, there's going to be 2 incentive items behind the Ruby. We could theoretically get the TNT and the Adamant there, go to the Dwarf Cave, and get the floater. Could be floater and Mystic Key or something. We've got the bottle to turn in. We've already done the slab already, so realistically, there's not a whole lot more incentive items to pick up. And we can go get the ferry right away, and we can get Lefane already. We're just missing the dwarfs basically, and that's all we're missing. Is dwarfs and the 2 we need to fly. So one of them's going to be a tail, one of them's going to be a Mystic Key, and everything else is going to... Or what? Mystic Key, tail, and floater. And then something's going to lead us through the Dwarf Cave turn-ins. Okay, this fight's kind of dumb, isn't it? Wasting a lot of time there. Alright, thanks, Titan. Don't worry, I got a plan. It's a genius plan. Get some items. There's the Mystic Key. Now, if we can just get some dwarf stuff right now. Do I need another opal shield? Boy. Who knows? Maybe the dragon shield's garbage, so okay. Alright, please give me the floater. Actually, no, I will take the adamant right now. Adamant or TNT, because we're gonna want to check the dwarf treasury. Yeah, perfect. That's right beside the dwarf locked room. Okay, still no way into the air, but this is gonna get me one more check. It's gotta be the floater, right? Because we need the airship to even get to the last 2 checks. What do we need for go mode, technically? Are we in go mode? Wait a second. With the Mystic Key, we are in go mode. We're airship floaterless floaterless seed. No airship required. We can clear Earth. We can clear sea. We can clear sky, and then go to the chaos with the loot and the key. Now we can finish. We could just finish it right now, but all by a boat. I don't like that very much. BlueAnkylo does not approve. I'm not giving up. I want my airship. My airship. What if the floater is locked in a place we can't get to because we... Oh, are you kidding me? Is it literally impossible to get the airship on this seed? No way. Unless it's loose. I'm thinking, that means no promotion. What? There's no more incentive checks we can do, I don't think. And we've already found at least one loose item, so... we can't turn in the bottle. We can't technically turn in the chime. Wild! That is wild! We still didn't find the floater, the tail, and must be one more, because there's 2 quest turn-ins. Do we want a Zeus gauntlet? I mean, if we're never getting promoted... Boy, if we're never getting promoted, Pro Tank, I have a feeling I'm just gonna let you die. I don't care about the Zeus gauntlet, do I? My first caster item, but... it's probably better to have the thief that can at least use lightning too, right? Who cares about anything else? Well, I'm gonna check the rest of the locked chests. I believe there's one loose item somewhere, and I think it has to be the floater, so the last 2 checks can be checked, and then either Lefane or the fairy has the tail. So promotion and air is really hard to get on the seed. So yeah, I'm just doing a couple random checks here, but I think honestly... oh, I should have gone to the inn first. I think you're supposed to just go finish the game at this point, which is... I mean, we could do it, I guess. We picked up a couple new weapons. We can just never use most of these things. So that means we could never equip the defense swords. I believe the sun sword is better, almost certainly, right? 5197. Yeah, not by a whole lot, but definitely better than short swords. So that makes the defense sword and the Excal and the Vorpal all completely useless, because there's no way to promote. Well, there's, you know, there's theoretically a way to promote, but it requires like full clearing the game to get to hope to find the floater. Wow. And for all we know, the floater could be like back in one of the marsh chests. It could be on marsh locked. Now, we're not that far in the game to be in go mode. Like, you know, there's probably people that finish the seed in like an hour and a half, because go mode's pretty easy, and you just beat the game. I'm just checking chests now because I'm a bit frustrated. I don't want to have to sail. I hate sailing everywhere. I just don't like it. I like getting promoted. Can't blame me. Well, we've got Sun Sword, 3 hits 254. Flame Sword, 3 hits 224. The Thief gets turned to stone. Maybe we'll just leave him like that. I'm sorry, Pro Tank. Just what we needed was some zombies. Unrunnable, well, not unrunnable, but just ambush zombies as I'm doing some dumb checks. Definitely a challenge seed. I am still a little bit concerned about the end of the game, because we will need... we've got no life spells at all. And with no promotion, that keeps our armor pretty weak. We don't have a lot of status protection with no dragon armor or anything. Our absorbs is good. You know, we got some nice positive armor that gives us good defense. I should just reset after the chests up there were garbage. Doing too much thinking, not enough going fast. Should have known the challenge C would make it so we can't promote on a forced party, right? Heal 4 helmet. Oh, dragon armor. Well, you know. I can't just leave it there. Can you even wear this unpromoted? I don't even know. It's not. Silver helmet plus 5 is probably better than heal helmet plus 4. Or at least similar, and I'm not even sure I can equip it. Okay, well, we gotta go do some dungeons. We've already done Volcano. Earth is nearby. I guess we could do Earth. I would prefer to do... No, let's do reverse order. We're gonna go Mirage first. Oh, can we clear... I don't even know. Earth is bad enough, though. We'll take the long way down. We're gonna have to make the sail all the way to, It's gonna be a long trip, no matter when. At some point, we have to sail all the way to Mirage, and it's gonna take a while. Also, hey, Tim. Might as well do it now, I guess. Interesting seed for sure. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the no airship seeds. We spend quite a long time just, you know, random encountering in the ocean. I guess if you turned off extended progression, then the airship would be mandatory. But I'm sure lots of people like the idea of having potentially airshipless seeds. Alright, let's see what the desert has for us. We could have gone here right before Matoya. If we'd had known that Matoya was going to lead to nothing, we would have gone here instead. Okay, these guys seem kind of chill. Hey there, Grotham. Good morning to you. You know, 3,000 XP, that's probably worth the time to kill. Rune Sword. Hey, look! Oh, look at all the thief weapons! Rune Sword plus 4 is not even bad. That's the best weapon Pro Tank is ever going to get. Look at that, 35 damage. Well, that's it. Adamant should lead to the floater. So if we'd actually just came here like I said I should have, that will lead to everything else. What a dumb spot. I mean, that's not even that hard to find, but... Okay, that should be the second loose item. That'll get us in the sky. The sky will get us the tail. Ah, we'll kill a T-Rex. The sky, getting into the sky, assuming I haven't made a huge mistake here, will get us a tail and one other item. Probably the power. No, we already got the power glove technically. The opal bracelet, I believe, was also incentivized. And then we can get promoted, and I won't feel so bad. Stop crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. A really boring and confusing chemistry lesson. Well, we've had a kind of similar sort of seed here. I wouldn't say boring exactly, but definitely not a very nice one. Definitely confusing. We'll just sail back on up to the dwarves. Boy, it would have been nice if I'd gone to... Oops, that's a dead end there. Would have been real nice if I'd gone straight... As soon as I got that chime, just like, Blue, you really need to check Mirage. Mirage is where all the loot is every single time. Never trust incentive locations. Go to Mirage. Oh, it's... I don't care if you guys miss parts of the stream, Tim. You watch what you want to watch. There will always be the VODs in the future. I mean, for all I know, YouTube doesn't even tell anybody about these streams anyway. Alright. Adamant. I'm adamant that this seed gives me the floater. I believe in you, dwarves. They've been hoarding this floater all along, and they wouldn't give it to me. Well, we're screwed. No way. No floater seed. Okay, game. Okay, game. Is the all-in still disabled? I didn't change that. If you want to try all-in, you go for it. I wouldn't recommend it, though. I'd probably leave it on myself. Seems appropriate. I guess it looks like all-in still caps you at whatever your... Yeah, I think it should work, but it still has a maximum. So you can go all-in as many points as you have. Oh, do you have more than 1,000, Grotham? I guess if you've got over 1,000... I don't know. I don't know if it has its own personal disabled command. I'm just thinking... It still might only allow up to 1,000 bets, even with the all-in. Well, still capped. That's what I mean. Like, I have to... Right now, the betting cap is between 10 and 1,000. All-in, I'm assuming, just means use all your points up to 1,000. If you've got more than 1,000, you're already rich. I don't know. I can see the all-in following the rules of what the maximum bet size is, that's all. We need someone with less than 1,000 points to decide they want to all-in. And then we'll know for sure. Kill him. Yeah, Randomizer out there, out in the desert, waiting to ambush you. Okay, I can't believe I went to... This is so dumb. We did everything. We did all the incentive locations. We even got 2 loose items. And after all of that, we still don't actually have access to the air. I'm gonna be back in a minute. I'm just getting a stretch. Be right back. Alright. We're all good. Yes, a short break is often code for a quick bathroom break. Not always. Gotta leave you guessing sometimes. Anyway, it's been an interesting run. I wouldn't say that I'm... Something weird is happening in my on-screen chat. Did this just happen recently? How long has it been doing that? Oh, Thoradum, I have softs. The thief is useless right now. It's kind of hard to explain the story of the seed. I'll give a recap here in a second. I'm gonna have to try to fix whatever's going wrong with the chat thing here. Interesting. Yeah, but how long has it been doing the double messages? Because I haven't changed anything this stream. If it was fine earlier, then I don't know what's happened. Not too long. Hey, look, a ribbon! Well, it's certainly better than a helmet, I guess. Yeah. It's a bad ribbon, but, you know, better than anything else. At least 7 minutes. Alright, let me have a quick look. What are you doing, OBS? I didn't give you permission to double restream chat it. Okay, I refreshed the cache. You let me know if it's working now. Something was probably just confused on Restream's end. See, look. Nothing was ever wrong. I didn't do anything. Wow, Mr. Killian's about to die. That's unfortunate. Come on, guys, hurry up and run away. Alright, so let's give a quick recap for anyone showing up late, like Thoranum or Grotham. So this is a challenge seed. Forced party. We had to bring 2 fighters, a thief, and a black mage. We have now completed all incentivized location checks for all the progression items. You may notice we don't have a floater, which means we do not have an airship. Because we don't have an airship, we can't fly to Gaia to turn in the bottle, or Lefane to get our reward for getting the slab, for talking to the slab turn-in. Now, we're also missing the tail and the opal bracelet. But as far as I can tell, that means the last 2 incentivized locations are the floater and the tail, which means we can't promote ever, and we can never get in the air. The game is completable because we've got the loot, the mystic key, the oxyale, the chime, the cube, and the rod. So we can definitely finish the game. We just can never fly or get promoted. Hey, a normal Ankylo trap tile. We'll let them be. They're just chilled. They're like guard dogs, but they don't really want to guard that much. So because we can never promote, we're kind of in a weird situation, you know? A thief unpromoted is not very good, and I keep picking up like dragon armor and opal shields that don't work because we're never going to be able to equip them. We've got 2 ribbons, which is, well, it's helpful. But our best weapons are going to be the flame sword and the sun sword, unless we get lucky and get a massa, which, you know, maybe. That's why I'm still checking chests. We also, because we don't have a white mage, we've got no way to heal. So yeah, this opal shield dragon armor is probably not even worth holding on to, sadly. And yeah, the reason the thief is just on the ground stoned is he doesn't really add anything. There should have only been 2 loose incentivized items, and we should have already gotten them. They were, one of them was... Well, that's a good sword. What did we find? 2 incentivized items were... So that's an upgrade, but is the Sun Sword 53, 106... 50... So, the Flame Sword +4 is so bright, it's actually brighter than the sun. So hot. Yeah, because we've already... I'm pretty sure we've already found the 2 loose items. There was a canal early on in a loose chest in the Chaos Shrine, I think. And, might pick that up. Was that an Ice Shield +4? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. No. Hold on. I got confused. We're going... Yeah. We don't even have... Man, armor situation is not great. I'm just so confused right now. Fire Shield, Ice Shield, good defense. That's 3 status... That's fire protection and ice protection and death protection. The other one has a ribbon, so they don't need the elemental protections the same. And then Killian has the ribbon. So we've got pretty good status protection for 3 people. Unfortunately, Dragon and Opal's probably garbage. We got good pro rings, good pro capes. Not good helmets. I could use 1 more good armor. And that puts Lex at 82 absorb. Oh, we should move him up. I'm probably not very good at interpreting bird observations. No thanks. So yeah, anyway, the Thief is pretty much useless with no promotion, and I'm pretty sure the 2 loose items have already been found. One was a canal, one was in the Mirage Tower that led to the Thor's Hammer. It was the adamant. So we found the adamant in a loose random chest. It just led to a hammer, which is garbage. Which means the last 2 incentive items lock the last 2 incentive items. So they're basically impossible to get as far as I can tell. Which is fine as far as game logic is concerned, as long as you can complete the game. As long as the seed is completable, as in you can get your loot, your key, get into all your fiend dungeons, then it doesn't really matter if you can get the airship, as long as you can beat the game. Logic is weird. Logic doesn't mean you can 100%, it just means you can kill chaos. So with no promotion, buff spell for your fighters, well, we've got the white shirt and the defense sword somewhere. So basically that's as good as it's gonna get. Vorpal, Excal, Katana, none of those are equipable. I'm hoping for a Massa, because... Oh, I have the Power Glove, too. So we can cast Saber on the fighters. We can cast Fast with the Black Wiz, assuming they survive. And Defense up. So yeah, theoretically, we're set for 1 ribbon, Defense, Saber, Haste. So it should be... Like, we should be okay for winning the final fight. The problem I see is getting there with no promotion or really, like, strong... Like, we've got no white mage, so no life spells available. But as we get our level ups, we're starting to do some better damage. We'll probably want to get to over 128% hit rate, so we get that extra swing before we hit chaos. But, you know, there's still a ways to go. Oh, what a troll. All the good armor, can't ever equip it. Yeah, Death... Well, Stone Touch is manageable because we can bring softs. Stocks, but not too bad. Death Touch will be a big problem. There's some problems, you know. Our spell selection for our Black Mage has not been amazing. We do have Warp at least, but no nuke spotted yet. I mean, Ice 3 is pretty good at level 1, but that's about the best we got. And of course, Ice 3 and Lightning 3 on the same level means less overall castings. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to kill Tiamat. We'll be fine on all the regular dungeons right now, I think. Opal +5. Silver Ring -5, that's too bad. Aegis Shield +2. No, I want it all! Give it to me! I'm bringing it with me. My dead thief can carry all the good stuff. Oh, man. Such good armor available, can't even equip it. Locked for the entire game. Oh, I was gonna warp back. That's what I was gonna do. Oops. Got depressed by my Aegis Shield +2. Can't even equip it. Whizvamp, sure, why not? Do we have anything good? No warp, no fire 3 anyway. Lightning, no big deal. You know, if we had the Sun Sword equipped, you know, these guys are pretty weak. Sun Sword should do bonus damage to undead. 4,000 XP. Not too bad. I am really hoping we can get lucky and find a Massa. Like... no dice yet. Also, a third ribbon really wouldn't hurt. We don't need it, probably, but maybe with a third ribbon, we would revive the thief. One thing that would be nice is, what would be nice? There's a few things that would be nice, I suppose. Oh, what I was going to say was like a good bracelet. A gold... I don't think we've seen a single gold bracelet. They probably sell them in Gaia where we can't go. And in theory, a gold bracelet would be a nice armor upgrade for either Mr. Killian or theoretically the thief that I'm not bringing. Try not to die on the Bridge of Destiny. Yeah, like, honestly, a thief is probably detrimental to our overall health. No armor, no damage. The best they could do is hold a on-use item. This is unfortunate. Taking a lot of damage here. Bad nachos. Oh, they're tanky nachos, too. Yeah, Mr. Killian could do with some absorb. I forget what he's got equipped right now. It's nothing amazing. Now, you do get more experience by leaving one of your party members down. Every fight, you know, the XP is divided by 4 normally, but now it's only divided by 3. We don't have any armor equipped. We've got a pro ring, a pro cape, and a ribbon. I don't have any silver ring, copper ring, nothing. That's dumb. Put him to sleep. Go to sleep, Nacho. That's a very tanky Nacho. We hit him for like 250 and 350. That's a lot of damage to survive. Don't suppose we get an extra swing yet. No. Soon. One more level up for Luke should get him an extra swing. Okay, that's a rough encounter. Let's kill this. Well, we don't really have a choice. Let's kill this guy that we have to kill no matter what. Alright, here we go. A little bit of top-ups. We could bring the thief back. We have a really good grind tile in the volcano if we want to go back and grind. Alright, Tiamat doesn't look too strong. We'll get both our fighters fasted. Get them up to 8 strikes. Yeah, Tia's gonna go down pretty quick with... Wow, Darked! No! Should have used Brack Strat there. Meant to click it. 7 hits because we were blinded instead of 8. 8 hits, 379. Yeah, Tia will die in no time. There you go. Easy peasy. Alright, so. I guess Sea Shrine is next. Seeing as we have to sail around the world. Sea Shrine, Earth Shrine, and then over to Temple of Fiends. I'm still checking chests on the very off chance that there's another loose chest that I didn't know about. Well, one thing I'm not 100% sure of is if the canal counts as a loose item. Because you need the canal to get out, and I'm not sure the canal is incentivized normally. It's kind of a weird scenario, and I would need someone way more familiar with the randomizer to really confirm that one. But seeing as... Where am I going? I got lost. There, I don't recognize that peninsula. It's possible we've only found one loose item, and the canoe doesn't count, basically. Like, we definitely found the crystal as a loose item, but I don't know... I'm not 100% sure if the canoe counts, or the canal counts. You guys didn't need all those houses, did you? Just stroll into town, buy 10 houses. Oh, no! One slot away from learning Nuke. Heal 2, Fog 2, no big deal. Like, the Massa could be in the Dragon Isles, Cardia Isles, which means the Massa would also be unattainable, along with another ribbon, and, like, all the gold bracelets, you know. Pretty troll seed, you know, if that's the case. But I'd really like to find a good bracelet, and just some fluke of getting that that floater would be nice. I don't think it's enough for me to go to Earth or to Marsh, but technically there could be the theoretical third item, assuming, well, second item if the canal doesn't count, just sitting there in Marsh waiting for us to pick it up and get into the sky way earlier. But who would ever go to Marsh right away? If I just stopped messing around, we'd have been in go mode a long time ago. We probably could have beat it in under 2 hours if I just stopped checking chests. Assuming I'm strong enough. Like, it depends on how strong Topher is, Chaos, and all the final bosses, but because, like, we've been in go mode for so long, we could have skipped most of Mirage, all of Water and Earth. You know, that's speeds you up a lot. Mind you, you don't, you know, get the items you might need. A Bane -2 sword. Ah. Wizard Staff. None of this really makes much difference to me. Confusing enemies, casting Bane for free. Some more bad armor that we don't need. So when am I actually going to do one of my proper let's go fast runs? I think I'm going to try... Before I try a fast run, I want to switch gears back into a normal seed without it being a challenge seed or any crazy flags. I might want to do like one of those for practice, and then I can switch over to like, now let's try to play a fast one. Rather than just... I always default back into just clearing everything when I get frustrated. Not that, you know, I need to go fast. The slower we go, the more content there is for you guys. Now, we are starting to get pretty high levels. That's one thing to keep in mind. Level 27's getting pretty up there. Definitely helps you through Topher. It also gives us a lot of magic protection. So like our knights are getting close to 100 magic defense. They get really good magic defense growth, so makes sense. Eventually, actually, Stone Touch and Death Touch won't even really work. Once you get that M defense high enough. That's why, if you remember the Dawn of Souls FF1 remake, with the mages that got a lot of magic defense, they got to the point where stun touch enemies actually weren't that bad because they were just immune to them, basically. Whereas like a fighter or a black belt, where in the remake had much lower magic defense growths, they had a much harder time solo with all the stun. Yeah, it's based on, it's very much how Dungeons & Dragons First Edition worked, where fighters and paladins, which are kind of the combo fighter class here, had really good saving throws, better than pretty much anything else. So, the saving throws are what turned into magic defense, I believe. Yeah, the minigame, the gambling game is a 1 to 1,000. Just so we get less jackpots. Now, we haven't had a jackpot since. Now I'm going to feel bad if no one ever gets a 1,000, but the night we had 2 100 rolls and basically almost in a row. I'm like, okay, well 1 in 100 is apparently too common for a jackpot. Jackpot is still low. 1 in 1,000, that's pretty frequent jackpot. Well, also, not too many people are doing the 1,000 bets anymore that they used to. Back when people were throwing 1,000 Ankylo points at it all the time, it stacked up a lot quicker. Well, I mean, Ice 5 is better than Flame 4. That's our 2 best swords. Ice Sword +5. That's about as good, other than a Sun Sword +5. There's nothing else for an unpromoted knight that could compete. It's pretty good that at least that was available. It's still not much, but, you know. Let's see how much damage Lex and Luke are hitting for. 4 hits, 400. 4 hits, 300. I mean, we're getting close to endgame weapons, just, you know, it's a little bit weaker than you'd like. And sadly, our thief has no chance of keeping up. Really, the only reason to revive the thief would be to let him use the white shirt. Because there's nothing else he can do to help. And, you know, maybe we'll do that for the final boss, who knows. Because if he's just stoned, we can just revive him anytime we want. Even at a low level. We can put him in the front row to take a hit from the Kraken. That might be worth it. No, just shadows. If they were ghosts, I'd take the XP, but... So what do you guys think, you gambling tubers? Right now, the jackpot goes up by 50% of the points when someone loses. So if you bet 100 points and lose, the jackpot goes up by 50. I could change it to be anything between 0 and 100% of lost points. 50% just seems easy enough to start with. Boy, we got a lot of stuff here that we can never equip. There we go. Now we can use Thor. The thing is, you have made the change to roll a ×2 bigger. There's still a ×3. It's actually more likely to get a ×3 reward than it was last time. I don't want to give away all the secrets, but in the previous iteration, the triple reward was actually harder to hit than it is now. And the double reward is also not too bad. But, yeah. The jackpot is definitely harder to get by a significant factor. That's not exactly true, Luke, but close enough. Alright, Kraken. It's a bit scary with no white mage, but it's just Kraken 1. Ooh. We're not hitting it much. We might want to pick up that lock spell before the end of the game. That does remind me. Or we just got bad luck on the first roll. Okay, Kraken had no HP. You've seen people lose 5,000 points in a row so you don't gamble. I mean, that's probably smart. I'm not trying to encourage people to gamble large bets by any means. You could be unlucky and lose 10 times in a row and lose 10,000 points, of course. It is just the nature of gambling. So for endgame, there is a lock spell somewhere. It's just, it was expensive. I think it's either level 5 or level 4. We've got fast, some sweepers, actually good sweepers, really. There was a temper somewhere, wasn't there? Yeah, I think temper is the same level as lock. And then we do have access, of course, to the one power glove and the defense sword. So that's ruse and saber on somebody, and then fast. We should be okay for like one hard boss. If I just keep making the ranges higher for Luke, it'll just be harder and harder for you to narrow down the exact breakpoints. I did do the math. It's not very difficult, but if you know the exact odds, you can just do the whatever the name of the thing is, but the average payout numbers for, you know, if you always bet 10 points, what the average payout is over time. So I do know exactly how much you will win or lose over time. I don't know if I should spoil. I think I spoiled before that it's technically positive. It's better than Vegas. And when I say technically, I don't mean 1.0001. I mean, you actually do gain points overall. But with such a wide range, it's much less likely that it's a guaranteed thing. It's kind of why I like the gambling game. If it's too easy to always get points, then it's just pay 20, get 50, pay 20, get 50. We've made it a little bit more like, oh, we cannot get Temper. Temper is promotion locked. That sucks. There's your life too. Well, I'm not... I can't calculate changing your bets. That's a little different. I can only factor in betting the same amount over and over again. You can change your bets up and that'll change the odds significantly. Alright, Earth Cave. I think we're still going to open chests. We're going to just aim for 2.5 hours again, because that's a nice seed. And I really want that Massa. I want a Massa +5 to make up for all the pain. And if I don't find it, maybe I'll do Marsh anyway before we go to Topher. Oh, by the way, we killed Kraken. Huzzah! And we checked the mermaids. We did do Castler deals. And we checked Corneria Castle. I mean, you could always... There's some strategies for the gambling game. You could just always do the minimum bet, hoping to get the jackpot one day. And that'll be probably more positive than some. But with a minimum bet... we should just reset out for those kinds of things. For a minimum bet, you know, you're never really gaining or losing very much. So you can kind of say your 10-point bet is almost always net neutral. Because it doesn't really matter. You're making more points than that passively anyway. And you're just hoping for that jackpot. But that's a boring way to play. I hope no one really gets too excited about that idea. Minimum bet hoping on a jackpot. It's kind of boring. Alright, all the bottom items on floor 1, garbage. I guess that's kind of like taking advantage of other people's gambling habits. Yeah, if you always bet 10 and everyone bets 10, then it's boring for everyone. But if you're always betting 10 and trying to make big money, you're just hoping some other people lose thousands so that you can steal them up. Now, I've not put any rules on it, so you guys can do whatever you want. It's all good. If that's how you want to play. Besides, I might change the odds at any point. Thornum shows up and donates some points to the jackpot. That's how the mods distribute points. They just gamble and lose. The butt bot? I don't know about that. The 50% not, the 50% that disappears gets added back into the Ankylo bank. You can't keep just generating currency out of nothing. You gotta put some back every now and then. That's the Ankylo tax. Not that song. Not needed. I will put a bot on Twitch side eventually, I promise. My rule will be once we get to some sort of viewer threshold on Twitch. Because right now, Twitch chat is generally pretty quiet. YouTube chat seems to be where most people play. But I'll consider making my second bot if Twitch gets more into it. It just sort of doubles the amount of work I have to do right now. Because you can't sync them up between each other. Although there are some cool minigames that only work on the Twitch side of things. So I do like the idea of having the Twitch bot for some specific games that don't even really work on YouTube side. So there's certainly some perks. But I've got enough unfinished projects in my head right now. I can't keep adding more. Program this, program that. a sub goal for that, that might work, sure. How many subs do you think I need on Twitch to actually set the bot up over there? I think if I get 15, I get partnership or something like that, or there's some sort of internal Twitch reward at 15 subs, I think. But for all I know, that's like impossibly 20 years away anyway. Playing old FF1 games. You gotta go advertise all your friends to use their Amazon subs. 80,000 subs. Boy, if I had 80,000 subs, man, that would... Yeah, I don't know about that. That's enough subs to be... too much. That's too much. I actually don't think I would want that many. We have a mage staff nowadays, right? We can just burn them. Maybe I snowball. I mean, what? Here I am, using the fire staff. The grumps throw down an anti-fur. Still not enough to keep them alive. Too smart. That's some big brain monsters there. No, honestly, like, I'm not opposed to growing my channel by any means, but it's never been a huge goal, and there's probably a limit at which point I wouldn't really want to get any bigger. I don't know the exact number, but I still don't. I don't really want to be famous or anything. Like, famous is just too many eyes on you. I like to be kind of low to mid-tier popular. That's good enough for me. Channel, oh yeah, the channel's doing fine. Nothing wrong with that. Mostly just people who want to watch more Might and Magic 6. Or Terraria or something. It's difficult with kind of a, whatever you call it, a variety channel. It's difficult because most people like a specific game or two. I know, like, I'm preaching to the crowd here. Typically, my live viewers are much more well-rounded, enjoy the content, whatever the series kind of thing. But oftentimes, if you look at the total number of subs on a YouTube channel, a good number of those subs are only for a specific game, and they'll never watch anything else. A randomizer for Might and Magic 6. Oh, please no. I'm only trolling a little bit. So Earth Cave has been terrible, like usual. I didn't expect there to be anything good, but we cleared Earth. I'm just sort of proving to myself that there is literally no way to get the floater on this seed. Because I've never seen that before, and although I'm pretty sure it's a 0 airship seed, I'd like to check all the chests just to confirm it. Devils in the first dungeon? Well, it depends on how you rando, right? Like, FF1 randos don't put war mechs, usually, in the first dungeon. Do you think the Lich is technically weak to Brack? Not like it matters. We'll never know. A solo MM run. That would... I really think it's possible, but it would take forever. I should expand to the wizardry games. I talk about that every so often. And Starbound I actually didn't like very much. I know, blasphemy. The Starbound faithfuls unsubscribe en masse, but I didn't really like it. I don't know what was different about it, but never really clicked. I honestly think a Might and Magic 6 solo run would just be a brutally long grind. It's probably possible, because you can level up for a very long time in that game. Like, you can get to level 255 or something if you just keep going. But, I don't know, man. That's one of those extended series that I don't actually think it'd be very fun. Like, part of the fun of Final Fantasy 1 solo is, like, you get 4 times the experience, and battles go a lot faster with only one person alive than having 4 commands, and, you know, things just go quicker with only one guy alive. Unless you die or get stun locked. But a lot of times you do go faster. A lot of bosses are quicker. So there's a reason why FF1 solo sort of works with me so well. But, games like Might Magic, it's not even to pick on Might Magic 6 or anything. Like, I'm not trying to rant or anything. I really think it would just not be very fun. And, like, don't worry, Luke or Grotham, This is not the first time it's been suggested. You are definitely not the first person to think of that idea. I've just been like, I've thought about it a fair bit, and I got a feeling it's just gonna be terrible. I think I don't know if he's around tonight. One of our live tubers is trying a 4-night party. Only nights, 4 nights, Might Magic 6. It was here all along! I was wrong! Okay, what that teaches me, we can always learn. That means that when the randomizer says there are only 2 loose items, it doesn't mean the canal is one of them. Which, I don't know how you're supposed to know that. I'll flip over, for the future tubers watching in the future, maybe you guys already knew, but I'll flip over to the randomizer, what am I trying to say? The randomizer website and show you the flags. Just to double check for myself and for you that I'm not crazy. But I'm almost positive, I'm sure we found a canoe, we found a canal in a loose chest, and I thought that was an incentive item, which I guess it isn't. We also found the floater finally, and we found the adamant in so the 2 loose items were adamant and floater. And maybe there is no way to have a completely impossible to fly seed. I don't know. Maybe that is still possible, but I'm actually not. Now I'm thinking maybe the game always gives you a way to get into the sky. But again, this is just some quirks of the randomizer I'm just not super familiar with. There's nothing in sky. All we've missed is the bottom of marsh, and well, I left something up there, I guess, right? But I have I guess I picked up the dragon armor and the Aegis shield. I dropped a couple opal shields, but I think I've actually brought all the good stuff. Also, there should be a gold bracelet here. Yep, gold +3. I'll think about it. Huzzlefudge, that's the one. 4-night run. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how tough that'll be. It's probably going to take a while, but with no magic. But nights are pretty strong. I can see that going fairly smooth at certain points. There's the tail. April Fools. Solo Might Magic 6 run. So I'm pretty sure the opal bracelet is at Lefane. Might as well pick it up, I guess, if I have inventory for it. We should probably get promoted first here, because equipment spots are pretty tight until we get promoted. Luke Lucky Strike takes down the Ankylo. Oh good, the last ribbon. Sure. Well, maybe that's enough for me to revive Pro Tank for the final dungeon. We'll see how I feel. Now that we can get him fire ice armor, maybe. No, we already got the tail. It didn't take any time at all. I knew where it had to be. The tail was the turn in from the bottle. We had all the incentive items already. I could click it, I guess. The fairy became the tail. We can go get it right now. Commit to 3-character run. I feel bad though, man. I took a character from the audience. I made them a thief thinking maybe they could help. And then they were just bad until the very end. But now, finally, they could be good. If only we had the touch. Pro Tank is back. We got Excaliburs. We got some garbage too. We don't need this. We don't need this. Don't need this. We got double katana. Why not? So many katanas. Actually, yeah, the katana. I don't know. $44.99 versus. Wow. Wow! XCOM's already randomized. How much more random do you need that to be? That's interesting. Ice 5 is really good, I guess. Now, the base crit rate on the katana is a lot higher, so I don't know for sure how that balances out. Xcal is still better, for sure. Right? Yeah, Xcal's got like 10 damage over it. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now I'm happy. You know, I'm just happy. Happy Ankylo. Sorry, Thornum. What did I do there? That was that. I liked having the full party. You know, we could have easily beat the game by now. Easily, I say. We could have probably beat the game by now. But here I am getting promoted, doing 100% clear again, looking for that massa, killing any dragon that gets in my way. Alright, that was garbage. Oh, speaking of, yeah, hold on. Armor. I forgot about armor. I'm not going to hold on to the Zeus Gauntlet anymore. So we've got Ribbon, Ribbon. This Lex doesn't even really need the Ribbon that bad. I still need, like, something. I should go buy... Well, let's go get the gold... Let's go get the Opal, Opal bracelet to see if it's not bad. And if it's bad, we'll go buy a gold bracelet. Because our Black Mage has nothing for armor. Usually you find a gold bracelet somewhere. It's kind of interesting. We've checked almost every chest in the game. Shy of some of the ones in Marsh, but... I mean, we could go back to Marsh, clear it out, get the massa, and... I don't know, nothing, probably. So much for our under 2. So much for our under 230. Who voted for under 3? Dang it, you got me again. First time you got the Might Magic 7 endgame was weird? Yeah, all the Might Magics end kind of weird. Opal -3. Ew. I don't know. I mean, it's better than nothing. 55, you know. Let's see what's at level 8 black. Very lit. I don't need that. Hey there, Credo. And we'll never get Cure 2 either. Aww. Alright, we're gonna keep that. I mean, Opal -3 is probably about equivalent to Gold +2, give or take. So we'll go have a look at Gold. I forget what number it was. You love Might Magic 6, except... Yeah, there's a couple really bad dungeons. Temple of Varn. Actually, the weird... The one in Bootleg Bay, the weird one with all the stones and the amber and all that. There's a couple that are just brutal. There's some really long dungeons that... Castle Dreadmore. Yeah, classically terrible Dreadmore. Come on. Killian knows how to learn Fire 3. Don't you dare tell me you can't learn that. I guess white magic doesn't matter, but there's Cure 4, Heal 3. Yeah, the eyes and the liches, those guys are definitely bad. Okay, gold bracelet +3 versus opal bracelet -3. I think the gold one will win. But it's pretty close. I think opal and gold, opal is about 10 better. So right now it's 10 difference, and then -3 is 4 difference. And then +3 is +6, which means +2 overall. Plus better evasion. So just test my theory. 55, 59. See if I'm right. $57.66. Oh yeah. 2 more absorb and a fair bit more evade. Yeah, Might Magic 7 was... Well, Might Magic 8 was just not finished, but yeah. When did FF1 come out? 90, 89, 90? Somewhere around then. Depends if you're in Japan or not Japan. Alright, anything else we should change up before we get to the end game? I might use the Vorpal, maybe. Yeah, no problem. Flame Armor versus Gold Bracelet. 87 in Japan, yeah, they always get it a bit early out there. I still don't have very good armor for Luke. Hold on. 52, 55. Nice. Iron +3 is the same as gold +3, except it does not weigh anything. So that's an upgrade. Way more evade, same absorb. So our primary knight has 78 absorb, 67 evade. Secondary is much less absorb, 72 evade. Pro Tank has worked himself into the big leagues. Only because I gave him the flame armor. But he's got more absorb. And then we've got 3 ribbons, which means... Crazy as it sounds... The Dragon Aegis Pro Ring is better. So we have, like, the best status protection possible. Good absorb. Good absorb. Less absorb. That power glove. Silver shield. Yeah. Remember all those opal shields we threw on the ground? That's when we needed the opal shields. But they're gone forever. We already lost 2 of them. I may have left one in a chest somewhere. Other than that, we've missed out on like there's probably a second flame armor and an ice armor somewhere, but whatever. I was really screwed over by the how things turned out. So Luke is our endgame damage dealer with the best sword at a safe position, but weaker armor. Sure, tanks up front. That's how it goes. Let me buy some magic first before we go. Glass cannon. Well, the idea there is if we get a tough boss, you ruse up to get your evasion up, and then your absorb doesn't matter. And because you're in the bottom second slot, it's very unlikely that you get sniped by Kraken. The problem, of course, is there's no life magic going in, so I'm a little bit worried. Oh, there's our lock, too. So, if we have a very evasive boss, we've got a couple of those. What was over at Onrak, Matt? I don't even know at this point. There's no speed run today. Just forget about the timer. It doesn't even matter. The timer's still there, but I don't really care about it anymore. Look at that. 5 hits, 422. 4 hits, 220 from Pro Tank, who's got very low armor. Or he's got a lot of armor, but not a lot of HP. So having him in the front row or near the front row is a little bit sketchy, but you know. But Lex can tank for us, and Luke can hit for us, and we'll be okay. I guess that shop doesn't really matter. There it is. That's what I was thinking. That gives us 4 nukes. We've got such a high level. Nice. Volcano had some grind spots. Is that what you guys want to see? The bottom of Volcano grind? We can do it. Let's go buy some magic for White Mage, Black Mage, and also pick up the Temper at Melman's. If I don't beat the timer, that's an F. Aww. Just finish it, says Thornham. Come on. But there's a really good grind spot. You missed it when you were out shopping. Oh, that's so nice. But if we get some level ups, we'll finally get Fade and Exit and Lap. There's no way I'm ever casting Zap with that loadout. I mean, I was talking about testing out the Gas Dragon trap tiles. That was a pretty cool spot. I am tempted to go check it, to be honest. Oh, I have 2 Knights. I'm such an idiot. Wall is really nice, actually. Should have picked up a bit more Fade. It's not like we're in a rush. Do the thing where you win the game. That's a good point. The question is just what wins the game, you know? Honestly, these exit charges would make the grind at the bottom of Volcano. No, there's a teleport at the bottom of Volcano. It's not so bad. We could clear Marsh to get 100%. Some Brack, some Quack. Brack it and Quack it and Warp it. Invis 2, good. I don't think we can learn Cure 3, no. It's just so nice to get a little bit of white magic, you know? This is not a good level for black magic, though. That's pretty bad. Alright, we're gonna just super speed through the backtracking dungeons. I didn't even clear the top of Marsh. I got so excited once I caught that floater. I'm like, get out of here. I don't want to finish this dungeon. So, I should have, because we were here. And I'm looking for Massa. And I didn't check the bottom chests. The sooner I finish this, the more time for FF5 sprites. That's right. Oh, look! If I just checked one more chest or 2 more chests, I would have got that final gold bracelet. That I was just, you know, not that long ago I was saying, where are all these gold bracelets? There's usually a couple in the dungeon. Ah well, at this point, it's easier just to get 100% than to just rush to the end, you know? If you're bored and you're watching as a future tuber, you can always fast forward to the final dungeon. It won't be that far away. But I'm kind of... I actually think... I'm curious, honestly, if 4 worms or 4 gas dragons provide more experience. I've never directly compared them. I think the gas dragons will win, though. Fast forwardings for the week, that's true. If you're watching this in the future, be forewarned that if you skip the rest of the video, you are now forever YouTube weak. Not incentivized, but it's a crap immune. What a day. I could just throw it on the ground. No. I should have. You know, there's a +5 cat. There's a +5 cat claw. You know, even a Massa -5 is really good. It's just all this work. Of course it's a -5 one, right? I did find it in the spot. Ooh, this is not a bad grind tile. We got a cool rainstorm going on outside tonight. I don't think you guys can probably hear it, but it's nice to get some rain. Ooh, that Excal doing work. This is actually a decent... This really is a decent grind tile overall. As long as they don't have anything bad. 6,000 experience. Just compare that 6,000 to what we're going to find over in Volcano soon, though. I usually do this one first. I did not. And this just lets Pro Tank get a little bit more tanky for the final run, you know. I feel bad, right? That's a dead end. Thornum wins. Ah, you just can't lose. The rich get richer. Black shirt -3. There you go. Good job. Good job, Luke. Helping out the jackpot. Well, a black shirt -3 would give us nothing. It does have some status protection, but the ribbon's better, and gold bracelet +3 is going to be way better than a -3. Gold bracelet and black shirt have the same basic absorb either way, but the +- thing does, you know, tip one in the favor. There's that coral sword for the thief. This is an empty chest. So if you win one, lose one on the gambling minigame, all that's really happened is you've fluffed the jackpot a little bit. Ooh, crazy rainstorm out there. I like it. It's winding very well. This is quite lucky for Luke. One of the weaknesses was his armor, so now... Wow, it's like Superstorm outside. I love it. Should go pause the stream to go walk around in the rain. Anyway, Luke's got a little bit more armor. It's not really that much more. I don't know if you can hear it, but that was like some serious, serious rain. Even the BlueAnkylo was woken up by the rainstorm. Pretty exciting. The cat will probably start running around soon. Alright, so we've cleared everything. We got the massa. We've seen everything. We've even thrown away some opal shields. Let's do a little grind. I want to do some science. The main grind here is at the bottom of Volcano. You could go to the traditional Agama tile. Wow, these guys are... Never mind. I thought I could just kill a couple Sphinxes. Never mind. Here we are, level 30. Can't even hit a Sphinx. Is my window open? You better believe it. Let the rain come. It's just... I was kind of warm, so it's cooling off the house. So if you're familiar with the Agama tiles, there's 3 or so... Four, I think. 4 trap tiles. There's one right here that traditionally have agamas, or agamas, whatever you like to call them. And they are often a good early grind tile in the... Not... I mean, in vanilla, but also just in randomizer. Agamas are not terribly dangerous, usually. They give good XP, and there's some good grind tiles that let you kill them without even fighting random encounters in between. Now, I walked through the fire, so, you know, gotta heal up. If Pro Tank dies again, he may never get revived. This tile, right here, has 4 worms on it instead of 2 agamas. Now, the worms hit pretty hard, but they're not all that strong anymore. And now that we have good armor and good weapons, we can kill them pretty quick. Not quite as quick as I would like, but pretty quick. I could give the Massa to Pro Tank until he gets to a higher level. Connect a webcam. Yeah, if only I had a webcam. Did anyone notice how much experience we got there? I didn't actually pay attention. Even a Massa -5 will probably help him out. Okay, I'll slow down next time. Don't worry. The point was, that's just a taste of what's to come. Because right over here, right in here, with a little bit more healing. This is not the traditional Agama. So right before we came down the last set of stairs, there's another room that has 2 of the same trap tiles, which would be worm trap tiles right now, right beside each other. So you could just walk between the 2 of them and never fight a random battle. But, you know, we'll speed this up, because I don't want to, like, show off a lot of grinding. And honestly, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, we're doing tons of damage already. We don't need to grind that long. Almost 9,000 experience. Now, if we let a couple of people die, I think when we did it last time, with 2 fighters alive, they were getting over 10,000. But we also have a lot more key items, which gives us 5% per key item we've gotten in the course of the game. So, but there's also this green dragon trap tile. Now, we need to get the one with 4. But I'm kind of thinking this might even be better. I think these green dragons might hit a little bit harder, and they could have some abilities, but Scorch is no big deal. Just slows it down. And they might even give more. It's going to be close. The worms might have the edge here. Especially if we never get a 4-pack. 6,322. Yeah, we're probably not going to get 9,000 here. See if I can brack one. No. They are gas dragons. They're probably pretty much immune to poison damage. Poison status. So 8,423. 41,000 gold. So they're worth a lot of money. But they might have been hitting a little harder. And apparently that's less XP than the worm tile. So does that mean the worm tile is the best tile? I don't know. But it's pretty neat. And now we have continued our science experiment a little bit longer. So then, if worms are the best, I'll show you the best grind spot in this game. 100% for sure. Unless there's something that gives more XP than worms. This is the best possible grind tile. Because we have worms here. And we can just speed through it, whatever, no big deal. 4 worms there. Almost 9,000 experience. 1 tile below, more worms. And that means you never waste a step. You never have to fight a random battle. You just always fighting good XP. And then you just step up. Same thing. Now they're getting some ambushes. What you'd probably want to do is put the ninja on the top slot to prevent those ambushes. Once he can survive a few hits anyway. And then we just grind as long as you want to grind. Now, because we don't have a white mage, we can't go forever, so maybe we'll go till we run out of healing potions, but... Or start getting low anyway. I just thought it was kind of neat. Little experiment. And I would like Pro Tank to get a little bit more XP. You know, level 25 is not too much, so... Let's test out putting the ninja on the top. They should get fewer, ambushes, and we should get more first strikes. Especially at a high level ninja. Which is where... Well, they got an ambush. Come on, Pro Tank. That was your one job. We give you one thing to do, which is to prevent ambushes. Second time, you get ambushed. Well, we might not be grinding too much longer. I guess Killian doesn't really need the XP. We could let Killian die. Okay, now we're going to get to some cool micro. This is when it gets real fun. So, if you're really trying to maximize your status, your XP grinds, you don't want all 4 people alive. You gotta let one go down. And putting them on the top slot with no armor guarantees they'll die within a short amount of time, I think. Sorry, Killian. You'll be back later on, but there's little gain for Killian to get more level ups. Like, they're never going to do damage, and they have enough magic slots already that it just doesn't matter. So now, if we can get a... if we can get a four-way fight, we can get a new record for XP. Still 8,900 for 3. These worms keep getting ambushes off. I don't know, man. Pro Tank, kind of letting the squad down with those failed ambushes. Did my knights learn No, the Knights couldn't learn Cure 3. They almost had a Cure spell, but they never got it. Okay, this is the fight I was looking for. Let's see the big XP dump. Oh, okay, I went too fast. It was almost 12,000, though. More surprise attacks? Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, we're now out of heal potions. So this is one of our last few fights here. I'll slow down this time before we get the last hit, I promise. Alright. 3 battles, almost 12,000 XP from one battle. Now, imagine if only one character was alive. What if we let Pro Tank die? Because, you know, he's not going to be our damage dealer anyway, right? What if we can equip all Killian stuff? No! Well, serves me right. Serves me wrong. Let's just go finish the game. It's a cool grind tile. Don't ask any more questions. Let's finish this game. In the end, we only got weaker. We wasted some time. We learned something, but we got weaker out of it, so I'm just gonna leave. Anyway, you could get a lot of experience in there if you don't throw your stuff on the ground. And, you know, you probably don't need to keep your black... Oh, look at this. Some free XP. You don't need to keep your black mage alive for a grind, really. So you could definitely 3-man or 2-man it. Whoever you want to be the damage dealer, basically. Whoever has the Excalibur right now, that's probably the only person you really need to keep alive. No, I just threw the ribbon on the ground, so I reset out. So we didn't keep any of those cool level ups we got. That's all. I accidentally dropped the ribbon rather than unequipping it, which is pretty good. Undoing 30 minutes of grind. Well, I don't know how long we were down there, but yeah. I don't think we were down there for too long. We'll just fight on our way down. We'll get the levels back natural method. We've got a lot of heavy hitters, so our melee damage is really good. We don't really need magic to win these fights. We've got pretty good armor everywhere and really good weapons right now. So you can see we can just take the fights rather than running away. We don't take too much extra damage, and we'll get our levels up anyway. Which is probably, you know, when I was saying, here's a cool grind tile, I didn't mean for this specific situation we didn't need to grind. It was just like, it exists, so that's neat. And someone asked about it, so, you know, there you go. Let's make sure everyone's geared up. Lex has got the white shield, white shirt, which is fine. We'll move the Massa over for some of the hard bosses. Luke is our damage dealer. I don't know if Excal 2 versus Massa -5, what's one's better. That's a difficult save. We'll have to do some testing there. Let's kill some elementals, right? It's also kind of nice to have the black mage able to kill something. Well, sometimes. So with no access to healing magic, we gotta watch those heal potions. Transgalls. Right, I knew that. Oh, I could have made my healing a bit easier. Pro tank with half the HP of the knights. But, you know, one more level up, he'll get his extra swing. Should be fine. Let's do this. Lich is easy enough, right? 4 hits, 98. 5 hits, almost 500. Luke takes the Lich down, probably in one swing. I'll turn off the save. I'll turn off the speed now. We don't need it. I use the speed for the grind and for the backtracking dungeon. At this point, let's just play it normal. It's just a, you know, bad habit getting addicted to speedrun. Kirito Fan has evolved into a yellow Ankylo. I'm not going to do any special strats for carry. Ice 3, not the worst. Yeah, the physical powerhouse of this team crushes through carry's defenses. Having around 60 heal potions at the waterfall is fine. Unless we get ambushed by, you know, nuke waters. Also, when you're not fast forwarding it, you can make more precise movements through all this. Alright, here we go. The actually difficult bosses. Now that I didn't have my grind, we don't have access to Invisible 2 or anything. Which would have been nice. No white magic, period. It almost might make more sense to just try to burn this thing down with damage. I don't know. I mean, we could try to buff up slowly, but maybe we just go for big DPS. Oh, it's a weak slapping Kraken. Only did 58 damage to Lex. It's got some evasion, though, that's for sure. But I think we got it. Miss. Okay, it's got a lot of evasion. But it's dead. Alright. Easy peasy Kraken. Wet noodle Kraken slapping for a whappin'. On to the second of the hard, technically, boss fights. Almost. Let's fight an Iron Golem. Iron Golems have a lot of XP, too. In theory. If we had 4 of them, that would have been over 10,000. But they don't come in packs of 4, I don't think. Okay, Tiamat. Let's just keep with the current strategies. We did not run into the War Mech on the Bridge of Destiny, no. Tiamat. A lot of evasion and some armor. Lightning 2 is not too bad. 4 hits, 12 damage. Ooh. Alright, not the same as before. Let's evade up a little here. Take a... yeah, we'll throw a Brack at her on the low chance. We're definitely going to do a Saber up. I already fasted. I've only got 2 locks, unfortunately. No, I've got lots of locks. Wow. I'm going to use one of my locks here. She seems really evasive, and there's only one way to drop that down, so... yeah, we got the War Mech back in Xenonauts. That's a good point. We tried our Brack. We don't have any use items for Pro Tank. Let's just take a swing. I'll do one more Saber, because we really weren't doing very much damage. And... we'll throw another Brack out. Seeing as she seems pretty tanky. But... we should be okay here. Unless she starts... we want to kill her quicker before she starts getting into nasty skills. But the white shirt strat... we'll throw out another Brack. It's got, like, pretty low percentages. But yeah, we don't have a ton of healing, so killing her before she gets the bad damage. One nuke will likely kill Pro Tank and Killian, so... gotta get that damage going. Alright, the Katana hit for 210... Excal for 150. Oh. I have 3 fasts left. Let's throw it on the Katana with the crit rate. 5 hits, 320 from the Knight with the Excal. Blaze comes in. It's kind of like Fire 2, give or take. Katana hits 2 for 2. Ouch. I'm gonna use another lock. She's just too dodgy. Good turn order. 3 hits, 3 damage. 7 hits, 273. Pro Tank with a Katana takes out Tia. And we're on to Chaos. I should have probably healed before I made that run, but I had faith. So without even doing our grind, we're looking pretty sturdy, pretty solid. Probably should have moved the Massa over at this point. Let's just do a quick compare. 74, 141 versus a very, very bad Katana. It's not as good. 71, 135. Wow. Alright. I wonder if Massa can surely beat the Ice Sword, right? 64, 140. Wow, it's not much better than Ice Sword plus 5, that's for sure. That's too bad. Poor Massa, minus 5. Okay, so who's our best damage dealer here? Pro Tank actually was doing good damage with that Katana plus 1. The Vorpal might be a better backup? I don't know, because it's got crit rate. If we go crit, we want Pro Tank. If we go... so it depends on Chaos. If Chaos has a ton of defense, the Katana will win it. If they've got a lot of evasion, we've got to lock it down so it doesn't evade. And, like, basically, the difference here is high crit rate, lower damage, lower crit rate, higher damage. That's really what we're looking at. 47, 131 versus 74, 1... Like, they got the same number of swings. Yeah, they got the same number of swings on hit rate. So the difference is 47 damage per hit versus 74. Excal's way better. But if Chaos has, like, 75 absorb, then it doesn't really matter because you need crits to hurt him. So it might end up being a Katana fight. So we're definitely going to want fast on both of those. And then lock or temper depending on what we need. For now, the Power Glove stays on Luke. Because he's got more chance of staying alive. But Katana Power Glove is very strong. Yeah, okay. There's probably an argument to move the Power Glove over to the Ninja, but the Ninja's just not high enough level. I think he'll just die. We could move the Ribbon. Lex is a little bit susceptible to some statuses, but he's also our tank. So his job is to take physical hits and invis us up. Invis us up. And there's not a whole lot you can do, Lex, other than swing. We're going to defense up just in case and try to get that fast up before anybody dies. Nukes from Chaos are going to be real bad. Inks are real good. Alright, 5 hits, 168. So not very evasive. Just hit him hard. Yeah, I like it. Just on the off chance. No, we're going to have 4 stacks of evasion on Luke. He'll be fine. Let's start power gloving. And let's get our second fast off on the Ninja now. Maybe should have fasted the Ninja first, but... You know, if our Black Mage had been one shot, which is probably coming, it would have felt kind of silly. Okay, everyone survived the nuke. It's dangerous. We're gonna keep white shirting as long as we can. There's really no way to heal, so it's just down to your luck of staying alive now. You're finally fasted, but... Oh boy, I don't know how much time we have. Let's start swinging. Time to do damage. Nuke hits for 187, a little bit more evasion. Katana 308, another nuke. Oh boy, oh boy. That's 2 nukes in a row. 10 hits, 855. Luke, fasted and sabered, takes out Chaos, who was a little bit low on the HP, but real high on the nuke. Whew. That's a tough Chaos, man. He hit us, that right? I wasn't crazy there, right? He hit us with 2 nukes in a row. That could have wiped the party anytime. Unless you have over 800 HP. That could just wipe you easy. So I could see this Chaos killing many a run. Yeah, the Knights with the large HP was definitely the way to go. The Ninjas, well, the Ninja's fine if it wasn't for the nuke. Yeah, double nuke's almost... I think double nuke is the worst magic set Chaos can get. There's really nothing worse. He had a skill of ink, and then whatever. But nukes just... Oof. That's the highest damage he can do. And, yeah, I can't think of anything worse than double nuke. He could throw out a zap or something with insta-death. But usually, with ribbons, they'll prevent the zaps. Time elemental insta-death. They can hit through ribbons, but it's pretty low odds. Just the damage of the nuke is what generally gets you. Because that can one-shot most of your black mages almost any time. Would have definitely been wise to go all in on the grind. Like, if we'd gone to level 50. Nuclear? Yeah, nuclear's lower damage, though. Nuke does more damage. So the worst... I guess the worst... Like, okay, so the thing is... Bosses, or enemies in Final Fantasy 1 have 3 possible actions that they choose from randomly. A physical attack, using one of their skills, or using one of their magics. Their odds of doing those 3 things are determined by the shuffler. It could be 50% attack, 25% skill, 25 magic, or some other combination. So the worst case scenario would probably be 100% magic, nuke, because that'll generally kill your entire party. Or at least a pretty good odds. But if you had the nuclear skill, there's only 2 nukes in the entire magic pool. So you could have 50% magic, 50% skill, have 2 nuclears at the beginning of his skill set, and 2 nukes at the beginning of his magic set. And theoretically, you could go nuclear, and that'd probably be the absolute worst. But, there is also, like, Inferno and Swirl and stuff. They're pretty bad. Like, there's lots of other bad things, but... Double nuke is still about as bad as you'll ever see on a typical run, I think. So that was fun. We could actually look it up. There's a way to look it up in FF Hackster. You can load your ROM up and check the boss out. We could do that if you're curious. What do you say, future tubers? We're already 3 hours in here. You want to learn what Chaos had? I'll show you. I'll show you. I've got the stuff kind of open already, so it's kind of easy. Where's my Hackster? Alright, done. We need to open a new ROM. We need to find the ROM we just played. This was... Final Fantasy Fire Week? Yeah. And then we look at the enemies. Find Chaos. I know you can't see right now, don't worry. So, maybe I can add this. I can probably add a window for you. This is what some of the pro speedrunners do. They'll check the seed so they can find out how bad it could have been. FF Hackster. Yeah, there you go. I'll make it bigger. Boom. So that is our Chaos. He had very, very low HP. That was the main thing. He had less than half his regular HP. His strength, I don't know what his normal strength is, but nothing crazy here in terms of hit rate and strength. Defense was pretty high. You would definitely have had a hard time doing a lot of damage with regular strikes. Tempering up was important. And he got the Kraken AI, which gave him 54% magic, 50% ability. So he will never swing at you. This is what I was talking about the percentages. So because... Actually, I don't mean... Maybe he does... Maybe he attacks 50% of the time. And then ability 1-4, magic 1-4. I forget how this actually works in total. But anyway. He has even odds of abilities and magic. So nuke, fire 3, bane, rub, slow 2, lightning 2, fast. In that order. But the nuke is the worst. And if he'd done more skills, he would have gone ink, poison. I don't know if that's damage poison or stone poison. But one or the other. Crack for insta-death, Blizzard for pretty good damage. So, that's, pretty tough. We could check Tia 2. Had pretty easy spells, nothing too crazy in there. Blaze, Thunder, Swirl. Okay, Tia had all the bad skills. If Tia had gone hard on abilities, these would have hit really hard, because those are some big damage. I guess Tia also has a nuke. That means, even if I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess there's 3 nukes in the pool. So you could go nuke, nuke, nuke. Hey, David. Yeah, I'm just looking up the Hackster. I'm looking at the stats from the run we just did. But it's very difficult to get to the 8th spell. You know, it takes a really long time to get there. Kraken 2, vanilla kind of looking HP. Strength pretty low. 5 hits is not that bad. Lightning 3, Lightning 2, Quad X, Lightning 2, Lightning 2. That's pretty vanilla. 3 Lightning 2s. I think vanilla Kraken had 3 Lightnings. No skills. Mostly Lightning 2s, Cure 4s. So this is a pretty chill Kraken, really. Nothing bad there. Carry had Ice 3, Ice 2, bunch of Lightning 2s. Kraken 2 has 8 Lightning 2s, I believe. That's where they all come from the boss pool. Another Quad X. The Lich typically has all the level 8 black magic. There's all the nuclears, though. Oh! So Carry, if you didn't kill her, Tornado, which is high damage, non-elemental, nuclear, nuclear, nuclear. But usually you never see this stuff because it's low odds per ability, and 400 HP is not very much. And then the Lich didn't have any skills, just a low chance of magic, which is kind of funny. Fire 3, Fire 2, all the level 2 spells. Zap, Zap, that's the bad Zap, and some more fire. All the fire magic. And the other one would be Warmech in that pool of fun spells. We never saw Warmech. Warmech had less than 500 HP, though. No magic. Ink, nuclear ink, ink. Wow. So Warmech would have been easy. Pretty high damage, 2 hits. That's up. That's damage has gone up. So smacking you would hit hard, and low chance of ability. But the abilities are not bad. Physical's strong, but the HP is tiny. Defense is very high, though, I guess. Agility is their evasion, so actually Warmech might have been tricky. That's a lot of evasion and a lot of defense, so kind of neat. Anyway, this is kind of a fun little screen. I don't think I've ever shown it off before, but there you go. That's load up FF Hackster, have a look at your randomized ROM, and you can see anything you want to see. That's just one screen. You know, there's other screens you can look at. You can see what the shops had. You know, have a look at all the shops. The Gaia shops. White magic, black magic. If you don't want to run to check them, you can just check in here. Oh, you couldn't see that, but in the shop editor, it shows you all that. Weapon editor will show you the stats for all the weapons that were randomized with the plus or minus stats. Like if you never found the Excalibur, you could just check it in there. You could make a really mean ROM. Oh yeah, you could edit a ROM in here. In FF Hackster, you could just take, like, you could just take a seed and just edit all the things to whatever you want. Just give everything 999999999. It would be like impossible. Anyway, just figured I'd show that off for a second. It's also how I'm doing my my sprite editing for my stuff. So anyway, that's all for today, future tubers. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I guess in the end, we full cleared the whole dungeon, of course. But just fill in all this stuff. We did all the stuff in the end. It took a while, but we got everything. Alright, see you later, future tubers. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Have a great day. Yada, yada, yada.